Okay, we started early because Donnie has two very severe issues.
Yeah.
First, Halil al-Has, he wants to skip a sugya in the Gemara. Hashem Yerachim Aleinu.
Beautiful.
And second, he apparently had never heard of Daniel Boyarin before. Zevi did an interview with him recently, which I mean, I listened to the interview. Daniel Boyarin, like
You did watch it? You watched the interview with Zevi?
yeah,
Okay, got it.
yeah. No, I mean, I of course I'm familiar with Daniel Boyarin. Like Andrew brought his book into my house, Rahman al. I'm joking. But no, Andrew did bring, like, my first conversation with Father Stephen DeYoung was Father Stephen said, all I know about Judaism is what Daniel Boyarin says.
Wow. So he's like, would you say he's like people like he's famous? No, he's not famous.
Of course he's famous.
Really? Like, okay, cool.
He is the most prominent academic student of Judaism. Like, I can't think of somebody who's, I mean, I looked up his Wikipedia page, right? It says here, Daniel Boyarin is an Israeli-American academic and historian of religion, born in New Jersey. He holds dual citizenship. He is the Herman P. and Sophia Taubman Professor of Talmudic Culture in the departments of Near East and Studies and Rhetoric at the University of California, Berkeley. He has identified himself as a diasporic rabbinic Jew. Being of Litvak background on all four sides, Boyarin was raised in Asbury Park, New Jersey. Boyarin was educated at Goddard College, the Jewish Theological Seminary, which is conservative, and Columbia University before earning his doctoral degree at JTS. He moved to Israel, but developed anti-Zionist views in response to what he claimed was an Israeli policy of breaking the arms and legs of Palestinian demonstrators during the First Intifada. He has taught at Ben Gurion University of the Negev, the Hebrew University of Jerusalem, Bar Ilan University, Yale, Harvard, Yeshiva University, and the University of California at Berkeley. He is a member of the Enoch Seminar, which Father Stephen also likes. In 2005, he was elected Fellow of the American Academy of Arts and Sciences. A number of Boyarin students include Christine Hayes, who I mentioned to you. She's the professor of Hebrew Bible at Yale. Charlotte von Robert, who I don't know. She's a professor at Stanford. And Azan Yadin, who's a professor at Rutgers. Occupy rabbinic posts at various American universities. Joseph Cedars' film footnote alludes in a running joke on a fine point of Talmudic scholarship to Boyarin and his reputation for vast erudition. I have no idea who Joseph Cedar is, or the book or the film footnote. But yeah, no, he's obvious. I mean, his academic career, like, he must have graduated. Like, he must be the dissertation advisor of like hundreds of prominent professors all over the country. And yeah, his books, I mean, he's written a large number of books.
Yes, the book I'm reading called now that there is no Imagine No Religion. He's basically trying to remove the word religion from your mind and try to. He basically says that we basically use the word religion as if that word was always used, and it wasn't always used. And Vervaeke talks about this. He talks about the word religio.
Yeah,
but he tries to also basically say he wants to remove that word as well. He wants to go farther back and explain. He's basically trying, if we remove the word religion from our vocabulary, we can start to understand how religion moved basically thousands of years ago. So that's what that's what the book I started. So it's very interesting.
Yeah, his book borderlines about how Judaism and Christianity split off is probably
There's a lot. I see he has a lot of books on Christianity.
Yeah. Second Temple Judaism, like he is one of the foremost authorities in the world on it.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's more of an Orthodox Jew than I am, but he's about as much of an Orthodox Jew as the two of us are.
I don't know. I don't know if that's accurate. I haven't read enough of his stuff yet to see that.
No, like he's not. He is far, far more prominent outside the Jewish community, and frankly, in like conservative Judaism, neo-Hasidism, that type of thing. Although I guess he taught at Yeshiva University too, but like, yeah, they're aware of him at Yeshiva University, but like, he
definitely never came up in conversation in Eretz Yisrael. That's for sure. He never came up in conversation.
See, that's not for sure. I think probably, I mean, people are aware of him at Ner.
No, I'm sure. Like
they might not talk about it in front of the
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But his books, like they're probably there. What is
he saying in Hebrew?
Lishbor lahem et hayadayim ve'et hareglayim. Breaking their arms and legs.
He's talking about what he was upset about in
Rabin Bereshit
Intifada. The first
right.
Intifada, 1987.
In 1987. Al ha-Palestinaim ha-mitkomemim. האמירה הבוטה רדפה אחריו זמן רב, והוא עצמו הכחיש שאמר את הדברים. So
you never read his books though on Zionism. I'm very curious to read those books.
He goes farther than I do. He's an actual anti-Zionist. He's like, yeah, the whatchamacallit should be so to translate what Yoav said, he himself denied that he said those words.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, I mean, right. I'm guessing this is the Hebrew Wikipedia, and English Wikipedia, as is well known, is very anti-Zionist. But his attitude to the state of Israel is actively against.
Right.
He like thinks the project should be dismantled. And
I don't even understand that though. What is the project to dismantle? Like, what would be the project?
Hey, we could all the Jews could, like, I don't know, move to Australia or New Jersey or Canada. Or
what's the difference though at that point? Meaning, why not just stay where you are and just live in Israel? Meaning, I don't understand.
That you're not fighting with the Palestinians.
Oh, but that doesn't seem like a very like
a very what?
Like, so okay, so play it out. So there's 1 million Jews, and I don't know how many Jews are there in Israel. I don't even know.
There's closer to 6 million, 7 million. Yeah,
I was close. 1 million, 6 million is very close. So those Jews all moved to Asbury Park, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I don't understand the purpose of that. Like,
the purpose of that is no longer being in a war.
There's no guarantees to what causes war. Like,
what do you mean there's no guarantees? You won't have all these Palestinians trying to kill you.
I don't know. Yes, I get it, because you're talking about the past 100 years of that happening. Right?
Yes.
Okay, but things are changing all the time. I mean, I don't know. It just seems to me kind of crazy.
Oh yeah, the suddenly the people in New Jersey are going to become like Arabs and start murdering you. No.
Right. Okay. Interesting. It just sounds a little bit drastic.
I mean, I don't think it's realistic. I certainly think it's a better idea than Zionism. God have mercy on our souls.
So wait, what's the project of Zionism in your mind? What don't you like about
The
Zionism? I never
project
actually
of
asked you about it.
Zionism is the belief that even, I mean, the fact is, like, if I would say it in Jewish terms, right? Very clearly, as rabbinic Jews, we understand that, like, we will give up Jerusalem if it will actually save one Jewish life, right? But frankly, we would give up Jerusalem if it saves one Gentile life, right? Like, living in Jerusalem is not worth people dying for. That is not a Jewish value. And he is 100% right about that. The question becomes, if the Jews do, in fact, say, fine, we'll move to Siberia, even,
Yeah.
right? The Jewish Autonomous Oblast, which is an actual thing that exists in Russia, the Jewish Autonomous Oblast, right? Look it up. Like, is there actually a guarantee? Will the world actually let the Jews live in peace there?
Right.
If they would, then fine.
Yeah.
Right? The reasonable Zionists, unlike Chazi and
So so your vision, your point about Zionism is that it's not worth living in Israel if it means people are going to die. That's your basic point.
100%. This is not halachically up for debate.
Got it. So that's the main point of your. I never asked you. That's the main point of your.
Not
thesis.
even mine. It's everybody. Like, there's no there. Here, I'm gonna have to play this clip now, right? So Chazi got very upset at this clip, and he mentioned it in his in his he mentioned it in his interview with Olson. Did you listen to that one?
No.
What's his name? PVK is like doing he recorded an hour-long treatment of him listening to Chazi talk with Olson.
Really?
But he lost the videotape, which,
oh no,
I commented, this is proof God is not a Zionist.
Oh my God.
But he said he might go back and do it again, so which would be funny. But this clip, like, Chazi got very upset at, except what he's saying is Devar Pashut.
Who is this?
This is Rav Landau.
Okay.
Okay.
לא פחות מהם. אומרים חופשי, נדבר דבר,
I'm going to say something about the people with the woven kippas, the whatchamacallit.
Wait, you have to translate for the audience. So, like,
that's what I'm doing.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, the religious Zionists are known for wearing woven kippas, yarmulkes, as opposed to like the one he's wearing. They wear ones that are knitted. That say you have to go into the army. So I asked them, according to their ideas, not that they actually have ideas, their stupidities. If the state, right, and that's how Orthodox Jews refer to that thing that was created in 1948, the state was sending people, soldiers, for the purpose of honor of the state, right? They want to defend the honor of the state.
והורגים אנשים,
and they kill somebody.
גם זה מותר.
Is this permitted? And this is such a pashut halachic question that the even the nationalist religious can't like it's of course you can't just kill someone.
רצח ממש.
Literally murder. It's literally murder.
אז הם מסיתים לרצח.
And they're inciting people to murder. When you say you have to go into the army, and you have no assurances that the cabinet, those wonderful halachic geniuses that are the cabinet of the state of Israel, we can watch the rest if you want, but it's pretty much the same.
But basically, you're making the argument that it's not. What's the halachic, the background to allow like to have an army, basically?
To have an army under the control of the cabinet?
Because basically, you're saying that the only thing that you're allowed to do is have a army that's under like the Sanhedrin or whatever,
an army that understands that the only I mean, yes, Chezi will say, and I'm sure Yoav will say, and frankly, generally, I would say 99.999% of the time, the soldiers in Israel are being sent off to war in order to save lives in a defensive war.
Correct. It's Sakanas Nefashos, right? Wouldn't it all qualify under Sakanas Nefashos?
If we're talking about Sakanat Nefashot, if we're talking about that life, but let's say some idiot, his name may be Smotrich, says some stupidity like we should conquer the land.
Right. Right.
And that's the religious guy in the cabinet, Rahman al-Islam.
Right. Right, but I feel like whenever people debate Israeli politics and about the problem in Israel, it always comes back to Smotrich and Ben Gvir. That's what everything comes down to. At least what I hear. Everyone just talks about Smotrich and Ben Gvir as like the problems.
They are the problems. And the fact that these people are considered religious people, like it's the biggest Chilul Hashem in the history of humanity.
Mm-hmm.
Almost. I mean,
but everyone would agree to that, right?
Kazi
agrees to that. Yosef agrees to that. Everyone agrees to that, right? As these two people being issues, I assume.
Unfortunately, they get millions of votes. Not millions of it, like at least hundreds of thousands of votes. God, right. Stay on our souls.
Right.
And let's face it, there's growing numbers, and this is the sickness of Zionism. There's growing numbers of people who are falling into this idea that Rahman al-Islam, you can actually kill someone because you want to live in Jerusalem.
Right, right.
You want to live, yes. You want to live in Jerusalem, no.
But we were quoting Rabin, not Ben Gvir. What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't know. I guess did Rabin say something about Kavod HaMedina? If he did, that's even worse.
Goodbye, Daniel. Have a good one. Thanks for joining.
What's a biddle chat?
I don't know what a biddle chat is. Maybe he meant.
Apparently, you owe him a biddle chat.
I don't know. Oh, I do. Oh, I know what he's talking about. Oh, that's hilarious.
What is a biddle chat?
I told him that I want to do a live stream with him to talk about Paul Vanderklay's conversation with Greg Biddle.
Oh, there you go. So do it.
Yeah. That's so funny. My memory, I'm getting old, Jacob, so my memory is just like...
It's you don't learn Talmud. So we're we're skipping from, we were at the 2 dots. Gufa, I think. No, Rabbi Shimon ben Yehuda Omer on Yud Beit Amud Bet, page 3 in the art scroll, and we're gonna skip to
13b.
Gimel
Smichat Zakenim, the leaning of the elders.
on Yud Gimel Amud Bet. Where can I find Yud Gimel Amud Bet? Yud Gimel Amud Bet. Where is it? Towards the top or towards
It's
the middle?
about 15 lines from the top. 2 dots.
Smichat Zakenim. I see it. It is, yeah. So it is page 2 of Yud Gimel Amud Bet in the blue art scrolls. Okay.
Oh, that's so sad. Dot wants to live in your house.
I don't have a unilateral right to live in Uncle Jacob's house. If I wanted to move in over there, no, I'm sorry, you do not.
Is he the only one that calls you Uncle Jacob? I like that.
She, Mary,
She
calls me Uncle Jacob. There's a few other people who joke about Uncle Jacob, but she does it regularly. Yes.
That's hilarious. But if she spoke Persian, she would call you, what is it called? Abu? What is it called?
Amu
Jacob. All right. You see, now you know I listen to your streams.
There you go. There you go.
All right. Tanar Rabbanan. V'samchu zikne. It's quoting a verse in Leviticus where the verse says, V'samchu zikne eda esideim arosh apar, that the elders lean their hands on the animals. So the custom is that before you bring certain sacrifices, you'd have to have like a sort of lean on the animal to. It's like how do you describe that ritual? Leaning on it, like you like to put like your. Is it like a blessing of sorts? No, or is it just like?
I mean, I think they actually confess the sins of the people onto the thing. I'm not sure.
Okay, so it says Yachol Zikne Hashuk. You may have thought any older people can do it. So anyone who's over, 70 whatever years old. Talmud Lomer Eda. The pasuk says Eda, that it has to be someone that's part of the Sanhedrin. So Eda, if it just said Eda, Yachol Katani Eda, you might think that we're talking about the 23 member judicial court. Talmud Lomer Ha'eda. The pasuk deliberately says with an extra hey, miyuchadin sheb'eda. It has to be specifically the people on the highest court, the 71 member court.
Okay.
The kamahain. So how many of these people needed to lean on the bull? So the pasuk says v'samchu. So that shows that it's shnayim. That means there's 2.
Yeah.
And zikne also connotes that there's 2 because it's plural. The aim bezdin shakel, and you can't have a court that's even. So masifan alayim odechad, you have to have an extra one, which would make it 3. Sorry, masifan alayim odechad harikan chamisha would be 5. So basically, zikne and samchu each gave you 4, 2 and 2, and you can't have a court that's equal, so you have a 5th one. Divrei Rabbi Yehuda. These are the words of Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Shimon Omer zikne shnayim. Ve'ink bezdin shakel mosifan alayim odechad harikan shlosha. So Rabbi Shimon doesn't analyze the word samchu; he only analyzes the word zikne, so he comes out to a total of 3. So we have an argument between Rabbi Yehuda and Rabbi Shimon. Rabbi Yehuda says you need 5 people to lean on it, and Rabbi Shimon says you need 3 people to lean on it. So now we're going to go into Rabbi Shimon's opinion. Rabbi Shimon haksivet v'samchu. Obviously, the obvious question is, what does he do with the word v'samchu? Hahomi b'alei l'gufei. That's needed to teach you the law itself that you have to lean on it. And now, obviously, we're going to go back to Rabbi Yehuda. Why doesn't Rabbi Yehuda need it for itself? Rabbi Yehuda l'gufei lo tzarich. Rabbi Yehuda does not need it for itself. The im came to lo asi v'samchu l'drasha, because if v'samchu is not used for a drasha, lichsov zikne ha'ida yedayim arosh apar. It could have just said that they that the elders put their hands on the par without saying anything about smicha.
Yeah.
The fact that it said that the lashon of samchu, that teaches us that you need two more judges. Okay, so I guess
Yeah, their disagreement is whether or not you need that word samchu.
Right. Okay. Rabbi Shimon, what says back, Iksiv would have said this, Havamina al. Besamuch. I would have said al roshapar. Wait, what does it actually say in the verse? It says, Besamchu leziknei edim esidem al roshapar. I mean, I would have said, Havamina my al besamuch. It means near the head. But okay, but saying samchu, it means they have to be on the head itself.
Oh, I would have meant all as in over. They didn't actually have to touch it. They could have held their hand over the head of the thing.
Oh. Got it. Okay, so samchu means you have to literally have your physical hands touching it. Got it. Okay, Rabbi Yehuda, Gamar Rosh Me'ola. He doesn't have that issue because he learns Rosh Me'ola. He learns the Gezeres Hakasav that just like by Ola, where you had to lean on it, so here too you have to lean on it. And now we go back. Well, why does Rabbi Shimon lo Gamar Rosh Me'ola? And Rabbi Shimon does not make this Gezeres Shava from Ola. That actually turned out to be a very not the most complicated of the Gemaras. That was but that's also like a really good like classic back and forth in a text. I think that was a really classic Gemara. Okay, Tana smicha usmicha zakenim begimel. They're done by three judges. My smicha or my smicha zakenim. Oh, that's okay. So we're quoting a brisa. That's not our Mishnah. We're quoting a brisa.
It's a Tosefta, actually, apparently. Say
it again?
So apparently it's a Tosefta, but yes.
Tosefta. Okay. Aren't all Toseftas brisas?
All Toseftas are brisas, yes. Not all brisas are Toseftas.
Got it. What's like you're saying like the Sifri is a brisa?
No, there are brisas which are not included in the Tosefta. The Tosefta, like the Mishnah, is an actual it's a book.
Right.
You can actually get a copy of the Tosefta.
Right. I actually only recently knew that. I was trying to find a Tosefta, and I was like, is there actually? And I found that in the shul there was a Tosefta. It's the craziest thing.
Why is it the craziest?
I just never knew there was like I felt so ignorant. I didn't even know there was like a Tosefta. Like you can actually like, yeah. Okay. Here we go. My smicha came. So what's this double thing that where the Brisa talks about smicha and smicha zakenim? My smicha zakenim. Amar Rav Yochanan mismach save. Smicha refers to ordaining elders, whereas smichas of elders refers to their leaning upon the communal bull offering.
Like he's saying smicha is when they ordain a rabbi.
Oh, okay. So smicha zakenim begimel. Okay, so smicha of a bull and smicha zakenim you need three. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, Rashi says likrot lahem Rebbe.
It's just so interesting. Oh, likrot lahem Rebbe, got it. It's just so interesting that we're putting these two things together, right? Leaning on a bull and smichas of a Rebbe. That's really interesting.
The Torah. Is this what the Ben Yehoyada is on?
I don't know.
I think
we also have to look at Daniel Bayarin's commentary
on this. I don't know if he has a commentary on this. So Baram Zachor Oto Ha'ish Latov, Rabbi Yehuda ben Baba Shemo She'ilma. So that's what the on this page whatchamacallit is. I don't know if we've already passed it or it's later.
Okay. Amarle.
Oh, it's towards the end of the thing.
Amarle Bailer of Yosef. Misbech Savim B'Shloshim Anon. How do we know that you need to be ordained by 3? If you want to say it's from the pasuk in Numbers that says, and Moshe put his hands on him, referring to Joshua. Then it should be one person should be enough, right? Because that was just Moshe. And if you say that Moshe stood in the place of 71, so you should need 71 people to give a rabbinic ordination. Kasha. Oh my gosh. It just ends. That's a kasha. You got to be kidding me.
Gemara does that.
Oh my God. How am I going to sleep tonight now? All right. But is the Gemara leaving off that we, at this point, we leave off that you do need 3 for smicha? That's how this Gemara leaves off, basically.
So this is what Rabbeinu ArtScroll says. Ma'achar kalal biyadenu she'kasher hagamar mesika b'lashon kashya v'lo b'lashon tiyuvta yesh efsharut l'taretz yitachen lomar she'abraita kov'at shelomdim smichat zakenim shehi b'shlosha maskima al rosh hakorban shehi b'shlosha v'ayin Sanhedrin katana. So it's saying since it says kasha not tiyufta, then since it's difficult and it's not a refutation, so we go back to what it said earlier, which is that it requires 3.
Right. Got it.
I have a question on it, but where we are is it requires 3.
Right. Well, our question is what's the source? That's our question, right?
Gotcha.
The source we brought is not a good source, basically, essentially, or we couldn't resolve the source.
The source could be saying anything from 1 to 71.
Right. But obviously, I don't think we paskin like this now. Like you could basically become a rabbi.
We don't have smicha nowadays.
Right.
Well, I mean, except for the renewed smicha that supposedly was renewed a few years ago. You've heard about this?
No.
It's another Zionist shtus. The Zionists decided that they wanted back several times. So Maimonides.
I'm laughing because the word Zionist has become so weaponized. So anytime I hear it, it sounds very anti-Semitic. So when you say it, it's really funny.
I'm also anti-Semitic. So there is an opinion about the Maimonides that Maimonides believes that if all the great living rabbis agree that somebody should have smicha could be reinstated.
Okay.
And this was attempted during the time of the Shulchan Aruch. They weren't able to do it. And so people tried to do it again in the 2000s. And they wrote to all the people they considered to be prominent rabbis in Israel because they believed that was the thing. And secretly, one person was found that everyone was willing to say was an actual, was if there was smicha, this person should have it. And he secretly ordained 71 members of what was often referred to as the nascent Sanhedrin, which Rabbi Adin Steinsaltz agreed to be the public head of. And they attempted to actually have a Sanhedrin, and most of the members were secret members, and there were some who were members who were public members, and they would get together and they would try to do things, and eventually even Rabbi Adin Steinsaltz ended up resigning, and he and it basically died out. But after the person who had received smicha supposedly from the entire world had passed away, then it was publicized who he was,
right?
Which was, if I remember correctly, Rabbi Halberstam was his name. He was the Av Beit Din of the Eda Haredit. Because obviously all the everybody holds by the Eda Haredit, and even the Zionists who don't really hold by the Eda Haredit, they wanted this to happen so much that they agreed that Rav Halberstam should be the person. He could be such a person. And so Rabbi Halberstam received it, and he ordained some people. So some people apparently are keeping track of who was ordained by Rav Halberstam, and that is maybe, according to the Rambam, maybe an actual smicha that exists today.
Huh. Interesting.
And there are people who they're like, well, I mean, if I want to get smicha, I should try to get the Halberstam smicha.
Right.
So, and anybody who has it apparently can give it. So,
interesting.
Are you gonna get Halberstam smicha?
You never know. Definitely not on the last daf, but maybe on the future daf. Okay. Let's see. Amr le Ravacha Breda Rav Ravashi. Biyada mamish smichinale. He's asking, does the hand really need to be on the person's head when they give smicha, a rabbinic ordination? So Amr le smicha samchon le b'shma. No, that's really, they're just giving him the title, Kari le Rebbe. They call him Rebbe. And they give him permission to adjudicate cases that have knasos.
Knasos being fines by the
penalties,
rabbi.
Right. And one person can't give rabbinic ordination. Bram Zachar Oso Ishlatov. That person should be remembered for good. For Yehuda Bavin Shimon, Yehuda ben Bava is his name. Because if not for him, the laws of knasos, of penalties, would have been forgotten from Yisrael. Nishtachu, they would have been forgotten. Nigrisinu, we could have studied them. Ella, rather, Batlu Dine Knesset Yisrael, it would have been abolished. Oh, now it's a whole story. One time the Romans enacted decrees on the Jewish people that were like oppressive. Anyone who gives a rabbinic ordination would be killed. And anyone who accepts the rabbinic ordination would be killed. In any town that has a rabbi that gets ordained, the whole town will be destroyed. And the boundaries of the town will be decimated. Ma'asa Yehuda ben Bava. What did Yehuda ben Bava do in response to this? Halach v'yoshev lo bein shtei harim gedolim bein shtei eras gedolos bein shtei tchumei Shabbos. He went and sat between two large mountains, between two large cities, and between two Tchum Shabbos boundaries. Bein Usha l'Shafron, between Usha and Shepharim. And he ordained 5 people there. And these are the names of the people: Rabbi Meir, Rabbi Yehuda, Rabbi Shimon, Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Elazar ben Shemua. So he ordained these 5 rabbis. Rav Avia Mosif Af Rav Nechemia. And Rav Avia said that Rav Nechemia was a 6th person who was there at the time who got ordained. Kaven Shekiru Oivam Behem Amar Lehen. When the enemy discovered them, Amru Banai Ratu. So Yehuda ben Bava said to his students, "Go run." Amr Lo, they said to him, "Rebbe Mate Alecha, we're gonna run, but what's gonna be with you?" Like, I guess he's gonna get killed, I assume. So Amr Lehen, he said back, Harini mutal of them ke'even she'en la halchim. I am placed before my enemies like a rock that cannot be turned. Amru, it was said, Lo zazami sham ad shenitzotu bo shlosh me'os ludishal barzo vasu kinvarim. The soldiers did not leave the spot where they found the Yehuda ben Bava until they had driven through him 300 iron spears and made him like a sieve. Holy cow. And we're saying this whole story to address the fact that Yehuda ben Bava ordained on his own. He didn't ordain with 3 people. Right?
Yeah.
So the Gemara says that there were 2 other people with him. We didn't mention it because of the honor of Yehuda ben Bava. But that's a brutal story.
It is a brutal story.
Wasn't Yehuda ben Bava also blind?
I don't know.
Why do can you ask Grok that? I thought he got blinded. There's another very dramatic story about Yehuda ben Bava where I feel like he was blinded by a king or something.
Was Rabbi Yehuda ben Bava known to be blind? No, Rabbi Yehuda ben Bava, also spelled Judah ben Bava and Yehuda ben Bava, was not known to be blind. He was a 2nd century Tana noted for his piety, often identified with references to the Hasid in the Talmud alongside Yehuda ben Eli. His halachic rulings on testimony regarding husband's death in Yevamot, and especially for ordaining several leading rabbis, including Rabbi Meir, Rabbi Yehuda ben Bar Eli, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, Rabbi Yosef ben Chalafta, and Rabbi Elazar ben Shemua, in defiance of a Roman ban after the Bar Kokhba revolt. He was caught and martyred by Roman soldiers, traditionally said to have been pierced by hundreds of javelins at around age 70, and is counted among the 10 martyrs. Standard biographical sources describe his scholarship, piety, and death, but make no mention of blindness. Blindness is attributed to other figures in rabbinic literature, such as the Amoraim, Rav Yosef, and Rav Sheshet, or the much later medieval Kabbalist Isaac the Blind. Any association of him with blindness appears to stem from confusion with these other sages or unrelated passages.
Interesting.
But he's one of the 10 Haragei Malchut.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was worth just searching that just to know that.
Yep. It's part of your Yom Kippur liturgy and you don't know?
I know, I'm ashamed.
You should be. We're about to enter Elul. You're going to have to say Sephardic Slichas just to make up for that.
I know. And Zactron says hi.
Hello, Zactron.
Okay.
Do we want to do the Ben Yehoyada now or later?
We could check out the video though. Go for it. Just pull it up. Probably gonna be long.
It's not that long, actually.
Ben Yehoyada.
Baram Zachur Oto Ha'ish Latov, or Yehuda ben Bava Shemo, She'il Malahu Nishachu Dine Knasot Israel. Kasha, Kevan Dagazru Gam Al Hanismach Yahareg, Hayatzarech Lahachzik Tova Gam Lanismechim Sakano Shesaknu Atzman. Right, so we should have also said great things about these people who were willing to be ordained. They were going to get killed.
Oh,
Abel
right.
hasmicha delule ze hayu dine knasot betelin. If not for this, would the laws of fines by rabbis be annulled? V'ner li b'siyat l'shman. The ikar hasheva hu l'Rabbi Yehuda ben Bava, that they specifically praise Rabbi Yehuda ben Yavava, Shahaya Zaken, She'ein Yachol Livroach, because he was an old man who was not able to flee. Im Yargishu Bo, if they found him, Havi Aval Ham Shayu Bachurim, but since they were young, the Giborim and strong, Samchu Al Atzman. Shelo yistaknu she'im yargishu bam yivrachu v'chedahave hachi, and that they were able to run away, and that's what happened. V'od nearly the hanismach afilu im yitpasu otam ya'amar anachnu lo banu lehisamech, right? That the people who were ordained, that even if they were caught, they could have said, we didn't agree to being
Right.
Eila lirot v'otam shenismechu barchu lahem hasomech hu echad v'hema yod'im shehu haya Rabbi Yehuda ben Bava Shehu Hayaz Hazaken Hasomech, the Im Lo Ba Lismoch Lama Ba Sham. Right? So that he would definitely be caught because he's the one who's doing it, right? The Omru Baram Zachur Oto Ha'ish Latov, Klomar, the Marom Yizkor Latov, V'habeit Hi Beit Hashimush. Oh, the bait in Baram? He's saying that's
Baram.
With greatness, not Baram usually means anyway. But I think he's saying it shouldn't be understood as anyway here. I think that's what he's saying. Ich weiß nicht. You're the great scholar.
True. Me and Daniel. Wait, was there another one?
The next one is 14a. Yeah, actually, there is. Why did I imagine that we hadn't gotten to this?
This whole thing, by the way, about Dine Knossos is very interesting. Like, what in the world is that about?
Pam achat gazra malchut gezera al Israel shekol hasomech yaharek ha the gazru rak al hasmicha mishum the devar zeh chashvu yicholim lebatlo legamre. They only made this edict on ordination because they thought that they would be able to completely destroy it. Ad olam kevan ata ein somchem mechadash as smuchem hayeshenim yamutu. Right? Since if you weren't able to do more, this is so funny with the SSPX, which you probably haven't heard of. Umimela titbatel dine knasot ve'ein danem ela hanismechem veleka nismechem aval shar dinim im yigazru alehem shelo yadunu in gezeratam kayemet laolam, that if they try to do any other thing, rule, ki achar dor ze yamot ha-kaisar v'titbatel, right? That the Caesar would die, and they wouldn't have that rule anymore. Hagazera v'yachzuru v'yadunu bahem ki Torah munachat bekeren zavit. Because the Torah is protected. The enam batelim hadinim shalah, and he's saying whatever it becomes, it's saying dine knasot, right? Because the dine Torah, there's no way, it's impossible, it couldn't be destroyed, but this would destroy at least this rabbinic thing.
Mm-hmm.
Ve'ir shesomchen ba tacharev kash b'ha dehetilu chema gam al ha'ir. Why are they being so mean to the entire city? Ve'ein darkam bekach kishagozrim lebatal mitzvot ma'anishin et ha'oseh mitzvah ve'ein machrivin makom she'asa bo hamitzvah. Right? That usually, if they're going to go after someone for doing a mitzvah, it's the person who did it, not the entire city. V'nira li b'siyat l'shmaya ki hem chashu pen yasu hasmicha b'chadre chadarim, that maybe they would do it in secret. V'achar kach yivrachu hasomchem v'hanismechem l'malchut acheret. So this is actually something Christians were surprised when I said it, including Father Stephen. I hadn't heard of such thing before, but we say that it is not possible to do smicha outside of the land of Israel. It's only in Israel that you can have smicha. Which is funny because our whole discussion about Zionism earlier.
Right.
So they could do it in the city and then run away to somewhere else, including even to Babel. Sha'az ein yecholim lahargam, then they wouldn't be able to kill him. Ata shagazru al ha'ir tcharev yafushu velo yasu hasmicha beseter shma achar kach yitgale hadvar. They wouldn't do it hidden in one of these cities because afterwards it might be found out. The Alpha Pishahem Borchem, that even though they would run away, in Kozeh Ha'ir Tacharev, the city would be destroyed. But Od Gam Anshe Ha'ir, and the people of the city, Lo Yanuchu Otam Lismoch Beseter, that also the people who lived in that city wouldn't let them do the smicha quietly. Ki Amru Shema Tishma Hamalchut V'Tachriv Ha'ir, because they wouldn't want the government to find out and destroy their city. V'da ha lo halach Rabbi Yehuda ben Bava l'machut acheret, and know that the reason Rabbi Yehuda didn't go to a different country, l'smoch sham mipnei shahaya zaken v'cholani, he was old and sick. V'lo haya lo koach lelech l'machut acheret, and he couldn't go to a different country. Kafi hanira haya chok umishpat hasmicha kach shahasomech ya'amar tchila l'nismach, and apparently the rule was that first the person who was going to give ordination would say to the person who was receiving ordination, kol dine knasot v'hilchotehem v'achar kach ya'amar lo Rebbe titkari v'rashut natuna b'yadam ledon dine knasot. First, he would teach him all the rules of fines, and then he would say that he should be called a rabbi, and he was given the permission to assess fines. ומאחר שמסדר לו כל דיני קנסות היה צריך לשהות עמו הרבה, and he had to spend some time with him, ולא סגה לעשות לו הסמיכה בדברים, אלא בלבד רבי תתקראי ורשאי אתה לדון דיני קנסות. And it was not enough just to say, let people call you Rabbi, and you can find people. Me'asa Rabbi Yehuda ben Bava halach v'yashav lo bein shnei harim gedolim. Nira li b'siyat hashmaya chochmat ma'asehu, the wisdom of what he did. Nirmaz be'otiot shem hakinui shalo, that you can understand.
He got the name Bava from the story, basically.
Yeah. Al Shem Bava, that he is known as, well, Bava means the gate. V'hainu bet rishona ramaz l'shnei ayarot, that the first, so Bava is written with two bets and an aleph. So the first bet is the two cities. Bet shnia ramaz l'shnei techumim, right? And the second bet is a hint to the two communities. Ve'ot echad ramaz l'shem hamakom usha. Ki devar ze naaseh bein usha l'shvaram. So the two cities, one of them, the letter, it starts with the letter aleph. V'rosh usha hu ot aleph. V'da ki vada hayu chachmim harbe be'oto hador shahayu nismechin ledun dinei knasot. There must have been many rabbis who had the capacity to assess fines. Ach lo haya bahem echad shenismach sheyochal lismoch acherim ki af al pi somchem oto ledun dinei knasot. But he wasn't able to, but these other people were not able to ordain other people, because even it's possible to receive the capacity to assess fines without im lo amar lo yesh lacha reshut lismoch acherim, if he doesn't give him permission to ordain other people, eino yachol lismoch acherim v'asomchem lo hayu notnem reshut ze lismoch acherim lekol chacham hanismach. They wouldn't make everybody able to ordain others. V'lo nimtza chacham musmach sheyochol lismoch acherim latet lahem reshut lismoch acherim gam hem ela rak Rabbi Yehuda ben Bava. He was the only one. Okay. Hareini mutal lifnehem ke'even she'ein la hofchem, like a stone that cannot be overturned. Nira li dima atzmol even ki even ole mispar ma'ahava. That the reason why he called himself a stone. Oh wow! So my nephew's name is Evan. I'm gonna have to tell him about this. He spells
it that way? No way.
Yeah.
Really interesting.
Yeah, my sister wanted to name him Evan, and she's like, "Well, what's a Hebrew equivalent of Evan?" I said, "Well, I mean, it means stone in Hebrew, and
you told them about living stones.
Evan Ha'ezer, like Ebenezer is a name, right?
Right.
But I mean, she didn't want to do Evan. She didn't want to do Ebenezer, but like Evan is a name. Yeah. Ola mispar ma'ahava. So it's the same gematria as from love. It is. Lirmos shahu makabel ze me'ahava, that he is willing to receive this because of his love for them, I guess. Ve'od nira li otiot Hashem shel ha'adam nikraim Evan keniskar besefer Yetzirah. Wow. That the letters of the name of Adam is called Evan, like it says in Sefer Yetzirah. Shlosha avanim bonot tisha batim. 3 stones build 9 houses. Vahu shamo Yehuda ve'im tehafech otiot Yehuda, and that is the name Yehuda, which if you turn them lemefreya nikraim hadava. Yehuda, how is Yehuda hadava? I am not sure how. Tahafech otiot Yehuda lemefreya nikraim hadava. V'nirmaz lahem she'ein nitfesu in im nafsho dave al hadavar hazeh, that if he has pain at regarding this, hana'aseh bo elahi simcha v'zehu ke'even she'ein la hofchem, and that's what it means. It's stone which cannot be turned over. Elahi bederach yashara, it has to be in a correct way. Yehuda lashon hoda'ah. Shehi modeh u'meshabech leHashem yitbarach al asher na'asit mitzvah zu al yada. I have no clue what he just said. Do you know what he just said?
I mean, Sefer Yetzirah is not my expertise.
Mine either.
That was a joke.
Okay. I think we might just have to leave it there. So, but I mean, now I have to go find somebody who understands this because my nephew's name is Evan.
Mm-hmm.
You know Mekubalim. You should ask your uncle.
My uncle. He's definitely not a Makubal.
I'm guessing he's actually the Mekubal.
He's a very Litvish man. He's actually a Yeki.
The Litvaks are the most like people make it sound like the Gra wasn't like the most.
That's true.
Kabbalistic person in the world.
That's true.
They do it b'chadre chadarim, but like
true.
Yeah. Lo zazim misham ad shena'atzu bo 300 lunviot shel barzel v'astrahu kekivra. Right, so they lanced him with
300 swords, basically spears.
300 javelins, yeah. Nearly the dakteku al mispar 300. It specifically says 300. Shehu mispar he pa'amim ot samech, because it's 5 times the letter samech. 5 times 60 is 300. The yadua kol mitzvah yesh la achizab otiot alpha beta shehu rosh shema, that every mitzvah has a relationship with the letters of alpha beta, which is with which it starts. So lachen mitzvat hasmicha shosha be'ot samech. Right, so ordination starts with, oh, that's so cute. So he ordained 5 people, and it's 300 javelins because it's samech times 5. That's cute. Shemisparo shishim v'hu samach 5 chachamim. אם כן, עשה 5 מצוות בסמיכה שאחוזה באות סמך, לכן נעצו בו 300 כמניין ה' פעמים סמך, ואף על פי שהם בהמות, that even though they're animals, ואין להם השגה בכל זה, they didn't understand what they were doing, הנה עשו כן על פי הקליפה המלמדת אותם they were able to do it through the husks, which gives them life and teaches them la'asot kach v'hu sar Edom. And that is the archangel who is at the head of Edom. O yuvan hatam shena'atzu bo 300 lahotzi mimenu dam min 300 mekomot, so that he would bleed from 300 places. Ki ota shana hayta shnat shmad. That was a year of destruction. Nitgavru ba hadinim shehem dalet shemot Elokim, that in that year there was an abundance of judgment that is the 4 names of God that come out to Shin Mem Dalet 344. Lachen kol shana shel gazera korin ota shnat shmad. That's why any year of a decree is called a year of destruction, shmad, right? Vehine al yedei shehotziu min Rabbi Yehuda ben Bava dam, right? So dam is 44, right? Min shin, right? From 300 mekomot, places, right? You end up with shmad. Begufo bazeh hatza'ar nimtaku mispar shmad, and through his sacrifice there was the rectification, the sweetening of the of justice. Shel dalad shemot Elokim shehem din hainu shin im otiot dam hu shmad. There you go.
The full cycle. That's a crazy story. It's actually
that
crazy.
Is a crazy story. Did we read this part yet?
No.
I don't think we did.
Crazy story.
Crazy story. There's Olson.
Hi, Olson.
He's the guy who made Chezi into a Zionist. God have mercy on our souls. Unbelievable. Okay. Bli Neder, I will actually do a separate thing where I will go through the parts of the Talmud that Donnie decided he wants to destroy from the memory of Israel. Bye, people.
Have a good one.